Amazon delivers 24 million packages every single day. That is 277 packages per second. And every single one of them arrives by truck, van, or some guy in a Honda Civic with a branded vest. Average delivery time, 1 to 2 days, sometimes same day. Impressive, but not fast enough. Not for Jeff Bezos. What if the man who built the most aggressive logistics network in human history looked at a delivery van doing 60 miles per hour and said, "No, I want Mach 23." What if Amazon replaced its entire delivery fleet with intercontinental ballistic missiles? No more vans, no more drivers, no more "your package is 7 stops away." Just a 36,000-pound solid fuel rocket screaming through the upper atmosphere at 15,000 miles per hour, delivering your new AirPods in 30 minutes or less. Anywhere on the planet. Welcome to Amazon Prime Ballistic. Let's do the math on the most expensive, most illegal, and most explosively efficient delivery system ever conceived. First, let's understand what an ICBM actually is and why it is technically the fastest delivery vehicle on Earth. The Minuteman III is the United States' primary land-based intercontinental ballistic missile. It has been in service since 1970. It weighs roughly 36,000 kilograms at launch. It travels at approximately Mach 23, which is 24,000 kilometers per hour, or about 15,000 miles per hour. It can reach any point on Earth in about 30 minutes. Its range is over 13,000 kilometers, and its payload capacity for the re-entry vehicle section is approximately 1,150 kilograms. For reference, a standard Amazon delivery van maxes out at about 100 kilometers per hour and carries roughly 300 packages weighing a combined 1,200 kilograms. An ICBM travels 240 times faster and carries roughly the same weight. It is objectively the most efficient point-to-point delivery mechanism ever engineered. The only problem is that it was designed to deliver nuclear warheads, not dog food and phone chargers. But details. Let's build Amazon Prime Ballistic. The average Amazon package weighs approximately 2 kilograms. A Minuteman III re-entry vehicle can carry about 1,150 kilograms. That means each ICBM can deliver roughly 575 packages per launch. Not great. Not terrible. Essentially, one missile equals 2 delivery vans. Amazon delivers 24 million packages per day. At 575 packages per missile, Bezos needs approximately 41,739 ICBM launches per day to maintain current delivery volume. Per day. That is 1,739 launches per hour. 29 launches per minute. One ICBM launch every 2 seconds, around the clock, every single day. For context, the entire United States nuclear arsenal contains 400 active Minuteman III missiles. Bezos would burn through the entire American nuclear deterrent in about 35 minutes of deliveries. By lunch, he would need 10 times more missiles than every nuclear power on Earth has ever built combined. Now let's talk cost. A single Minuteman III missile costs approximately $65 million in current dollars. Its replacement, the LGM-35 Sentinel, is projected to cost upward of $214 million per missile once you include the infrastructure. Let's be generous and use the $65 million figure. 41,739 launches per day at $65 million per missile comes to $2.71 trillion per day in missile costs alone. Per day. Amazon's total annual revenue in 2025 was roughly $638 billion. Bezos would spend 4 times Amazon's entire annual revenue every single day just on rockets. Over the course of a year, Amazon Prime Ballistic would require approximately 15.2 million ICBM launches at a total cost of $991 trillion. That is roughly 9 times the global GDP. To deliver dog food, Jeff Bezos is worth $240 billion. His entire fortune could fund Amazon Prime Ballistic for approximately 2 hours and 7 minutes before he is completely broke. But the cost is only the beginning. We have not talked about the logistics of launching 29 missiles per minute from the surface of the Earth. A single ICBM launch requires a reinforced concrete silo, a dedicated launch crew, a command and control infrastructure, and a minimum safe distance of several kilometers from any inhabited area. Each Minuteman III silo is hardened to withstand a nuclear blast, costs approximately $20 million to construct, and takes years to build. Bezos needs 41,739 silos operating simultaneously. For comparison, the entire planet currently has fewer than 1,000 ICBM silos. He needs to build 40 times more missile silos than currently exist on Earth. If he spaces them 5 kilometers apart for safety, the silo field alone would cover roughly 1 million square kilometers. That is larger than France and Germany combined, just for the holes in the ground that the missiles come out of. And every single one of those missiles is going to re-enter the atmosphere at Mach 23. A Minuteman III re-entry vehicle hits the ground at approximately 7 kilometers per second. The kinetic energy alone, even without a warhead, is equivalent to roughly 3.6 tons of TNT. That is enough to level a city block. Now multiply that by 41,739 impacts per day. Every single Amazon delivery is now a small explosion. Your package arrives in a crater. Your front yard is gone. Your neighbor's car is on fire. But the AirPods are fine because they are in a heat-shielded re-entry vehicle rated for 3,000 degrees Celsius. Actually, they are not fine. They are molten slag. Because no commercial product on Earth is designed to survive atmospheric re-entry at 7 kilometers per second. The re-entry vehicle that protects a nuclear warhead weighs hundreds of kilograms and is made of ablative carbon composites specifically engineered to shed heat during descent. Your package of socks does not have this protection. Your package of socks is plasma now. So Bezos has two options. He can either develop a custom ablative heat shield for every single Amazon package, which would add roughly $50,000 to $100,000 per delivery in materials alone. Or he can accept that every package arrives as a superheated projectile that destroys whatever it hits. Amazon's return policy is about to get very complicated. And we have not even discussed the international response. The moment 29 missiles per minute start launching from American soil, every nuclear-armed nation on Earth goes to DEFCON 1. Russia's early warning satellites detect thousands of ballistic trajectories originating from the continental United States. Their automated systems cannot distinguish between a Minuteman III carrying a nuclear warhead and a Minuteman III carrying a Kindle. The launch signatures are identical, the trajectories are identical. The only difference is the payload, and you cannot verify payload from a satellite. Russia has approximately 12 minutes between detection and impact to decide whether this is a nuclear first strike or a same-day delivery promotion. 12 minutes. The entire survival of human civilization depends on whether a Russian general believes that Jeff Bezos would actually be insane enough to deliver 42,000 packages via ballistic missile on a Tuesday afternoon. He would look at the data. He would see 29 launches per minute. He would see trajectories fanning out across every continent. He would see impact patterns consistent with a full-scale nuclear attack. And he would have to make a decision in less time than it takes to order the thing that is supposedly inside those missiles. This is called the use it or lose it problem in nuclear strategy, and Amazon Prime Ballistic turns it into a daily occurrence. Every single day, the world is 12 minutes from nuclear annihilation because someone in Tucson ordered a bath mat. China responds similarly. NATO activates Article 5. The United Nations Security Council holds an emergency session. Every country with a functioning radar system is simultaneously trying to figure out why the United States appears to be launching a continuous nuclear barrage at the entire planet. Diplomatic channels melt down. The hotline between Washington and Moscow is ringing nonstop. The Pentagon is trying to explain that these are not weapons, they are deliveries, and nobody believes them because the missiles are literally identical. Within 48 hours, the Outer Space Treaty, the New START Treaty, the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, and roughly every international arms agreement signed since 1945 are in shambles. Jeff Bezos has single-handedly dismantled the global nuclear security framework because he wanted to beat DoorDash on delivery speed. So, could Jeff Bezos deliver packages via intercontinental ballistic missiles? Technically. The physics works. An ICBM can carry 575 Amazon packages to any point on Earth in 30 minutes. That is not a hypothetical. That is engineering. Financially, absolutely not. Son, a single day of ICBM deliveries would cost $2.71 trillion, more than 4 times Amazon's annual revenue. Bezos' entire $240 billion fortune would fund approximately 2 hours of operations. The annual cost of $991 trillion is 9 times the global GDP. Logistically, catastrophic. 41,739 launches per day would require more missile silos than currently exist on Earth, a launch every 2 seconds, and every package would arrive as either a crater or a pile of molten plastic. And diplomatically, it is the end of the world, not because the missiles are dangerous, but because nobody can tell the difference between a delivery and a nuclear strike until the package lands. And by then, it is 12 minutes too late. The irony is beautiful. Jeff Bezos spent 30 years building the most efficient logistics network in history. See, one that delivers 24 million packages a day using roads, warehouses, and human drivers. The system works because it is boring. Trucks are boring, vans are boring, sorting facilities are boring, and boring scales. ICBMs are the opposite of boring. They are the most dramatic way to move an object from point A to point B ever invented. And drama, it turns out, is the one thing a supply chain cannot survive. I'm David, and welcome to E.T.E. Thanks for watching.